Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules. It's time for another Stitch With Me video. Today we're going to do the Reaper. So a lot of this is just grinding on the Reaper because we know that the face and the head is kind of over in this area. So we're just going to be working kind of this is the upper left page. Pretty much just going to be working on getting the upper right page filled in. It starts, I think, about right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it does. So we're just going to be filling it in and just grinding on the stitching. Grinding. I like the word grinding because I like grinding. I mean, you could say it's busy work. You could say it's just, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. But it's kind of like grinding. I like grinding. Always ground when I was a kid. Liked grind. Just work on something. But anyway, so crazy people. I went to a stitching shop today. So my local needlework shop. Went over there to get some fabric for some pieces. And I got fabric. I'll show you guys. Actually what I got on the weekly update. But primarily what I got, I need to go over here and do this. Primarily what I got was, I got Tower of Babel, and I got the Bears piece, and I got the Bruins piece, and what else? Oh, I got the other Ronnie Rowe piece. So I'm cooking with Crisco, people. We're moving along. So I'm probably going to start, I might throw in a little work on Tower of Babel. I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'd like to. Because it looks like fun. And then I ordered the fabric for the big, gigantic Wonders of the World. Let's get this a little closer so you guys can see. Wonders of the World project. So they're going to probably have to special order that because it was like 9 feet by 4 feet, but it's pretty much probably more like 9.5 by 4.5 or 5 or something like that. So it's massive. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. It's a little crazy, but it's awesome. Makes me want to work on Old World Map 2, though. Tell you what. So anyway, that was good. It was good fun. And then my husband and I, where did we go? We had to go to Home Depot because our microwave conked. Things have been conking around here as of late. I've had that microwave. When I moved into this house, this is an old house, and so there was an old above the range microwave thing that's probably it's ancient. It's got like wood paneling on it. It's so ancient. And it never worked. And so, and that was fine because I had my own microwave. But after living in this house for, I don't know, almost 15 years or whatever, that one finally kicked the bucket. It started, it's used pretty heavily, and it basically started making this really terrible noise and started kind of putting out this horrible smell. And we decided that we were going to just say goodbye and get a new one. So we were out looking at that, and yeah, so I was kind of ran around, did some errands this morning, went to the store, got up really early, went to the store at like 7 o'clock, and then we cleaned. We're trying to get into this new routine where we clean on Saturday mornings, like when we first get up, spend like an hour. Pretty much I think the first week, last week was like a solid hour and a half of cleaning. And I think my husband actually even cleaned beyond that, just really probably another hour or two of cleaning, and just really got in. And so we, the house looked better all week long, kept up with it. And so then this Saturday we got up, and it was probably like another hour of cleaning. And again, it's still catch-up work. So it's like I was upstairs cleaning shelves and putting away things and whatnot, and he was doing all the main work downstairs, and so when we hold on, stand by, standing by. Oh, I need to highlight because I just like totally. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Cleaned, and there's still a few areas of the house that need more work, need more attention, but and I'm going to get to those a little bit later today when I finish the video and start uploading, and I'll stitch and then get up and clean a little and stitch and that kind of thing. And so whoa, I'm like not even stitching where you guys can see. I'm sorry. So anyway, so you know what? And that's pretty much it for the weekend. We are otherwise good. And we pretty much otherwise fine. The husband's smoking some cheese. And that smells amazing because he had to kind of clean the smoker, so he started pre-warmed it and whatnot. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. We haven't, I think it's been a couple weeks since he smoked anything, so we are just getting everything back to good stuff here. So if I do that one and that one, where am I here? Where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm right here. But so yeah, so otherwise good. I have a lot of football to watch. Well, sort of. I don't know how much football I actually watch college-wise. I may watch some later, but hockey is really what's on pan for tonight. On pan? On schedule. I'm not even sure why I said that. But, so anyway, so, yeah. It's been a busy day so far, but I have been stitching like a maniac since I made that video this week, guys. I mean, I can't even tell you, like, I have almost all the projects stitched on already. So, like, I stitched Old World Map 2, I stitched Rainy Wiley Place, I stitched on E Pluribus Unum, I stitched on, and I'm talking like a lot of stitching. Like, noticeable improvement. Baseball got work on. Apothecary shop got worked on. I think the only things that I haven't worked on are Charity for All and the Greenwich Village, and then Reaper was one of them. And I thought, well, I haven't done Reaper and a stitch with me for a while, so I thought I would do. That's why I thought I would do that today. And but I mean, a lot of stitching has been getting done. I'm really like, I think I only need like another week maybe on E Pluribus Unum. That'll be a point of emphasis to get that done. And then yeah, I think I'll probably be ready to maybe add a few things into the rotation. All right, Jules, focus. Focus. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Wait, bop, bop, bop. Okay. I'm counting with the bops. Bop, 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 count. But anyway, so that's what's going on in these old neck of the woods. So yeah, a lot of stitching going on. Probably the biggest week of stitching that I have. I mean, and we're only like, are we even halfway? Not even halfway through yet. And it's easily already the biggest week of stitching that I have done. In a long time, I think. Just You know, and hey, you know what? Weather turned colder. It's like a high of 60 today. It's been like that for the last couple of, well, actually, really not. It was a little warmer yesterday, but it's going to be like cold and rainy tomorrow. So it is the perfect stitching weather, guys. Perfect stitching weather. I got to just move this closer to me. I keep pushing it off the screen. Anyway. So, yeah. Oh, man. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Like pre-threaded my needle with additional 844. Let's see how this goes. Man, I can smell that barbecue, or that smoking, or whatever you want to call it. Smells really good. So I may be the last person out there to do this, but I finally started watching Game of Thrones last night. I have tried in the past. My husband is a huge fan. He's tried to get me into it, talking to me about it and whatnot. I'm just like, nah. If there's a show that, like, there's something that, like, everybody's talking about, I'm usually, like, for whatever reason, like, I'm just totally not interested. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, some things I'm obviously, like, certain movies and stuff, I'm usually right there with everybody. But when it comes to TV shows, I, like, never watch any of the... just don't watch TV very often. I'm just always watching the YouTubes. But, anyway, so I watched 2 episodes last night. And I'd watched the first episode of, you know, the absolute first episode. I think I watched it, like, most of it at least once. But obviously I don't think I ever got through to the end. And so I watched that, and then I watched the second episode. And I was like, okay, maybe this is finally... It was funny, we were sitting there, and I sat down and I was starting to stitch, and I said, honey, how would I go about watching Game of Thrones? And he was like, whoa, you serious? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, you just, you know, go here, go there, blah, 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 blah. And so, because we have, like, it on Comcast Demand or something like that. And so I think I made his day by saying that. It was pretty awesome. I'm confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me. You know, I need to highlight. Whenever I get confused, I need to highlight. But anyway, so I was like, all right. I don't know why it, like, just kind of clicked. Started watching it, and I was like, it's all good. It's all good. This is harder to do than most of the stitching that I do. The pattern's it's very tight. It's a very tight pattern, so I'm trying to see what it is that I need to do. Can sometimes be a little difficult. And I am wearing my glasses right now, so that helps a ton. I wonder if I could use those just basic readers now. You know, the over-the-counter kind of stuff, because if you guys, in the past, I think I talked about my last optometry visit, and where they said that I didn't quite need reading glasses, and I'm like, well, but there are times that I do. There are times when it definitely gets out of focus, and they said, well, probably the reason why I've sometimes gotten ophthalmic migraines from when I wear readers is because they're too strong, and they might strain my eyes by just being too strong. And I was like, well, that kind of makes a little sense. So, but, right here. And, so maybe now, because it definitely feels like Even the reading ones that I'm wearing, like at times, are not necessarily strong enough. So I don't know. And these are like, I think these are like the smallest like reading glasses that you can get, like the least powerful reading glasses that you can get. I would not be surprised if that was the case. Bump, bump. I'll come down here. It's easier for me to see what I need to do. Part of the problem is the sun, not the sun, but just the light from the window is coming in right on the pattern in a way that makes it a little bit difficult to see. It's a little reflection, light reflection. But I think I'll just get over it. I think I'll be okay. There we go. Ah! Pulled it right out of there. Ooh, the neck just shifted, popped a little bit. I like that. I'm usually like, thank you, neck. Thank you for doing that instead of getting stuck. Don't get stuck. Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Let me go back and see what I did. Oh, man. I really did something bad. Look at that. Oh, man. What did I do? Look at that. I got this big chunk of something. Chunk of floss. What did I do? Let me go back. Okay, I'm going to push my needle through and guess about where I'm at. Okay, so it's roughly about right there. So is this there where it shouldn't be? I can't get it to come back. What have I done? Okay, let's tease this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, and then I messed that up. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay. You know how I really do this is I probably just cut it. Guys. Baba. We have messed this up dramatically. Just going to cut it. Sometimes you take forever and you kind of go through it and you're like, oh, I got to fix it and fix it just right. I mean, I got too much stitching to do to be worried about every little perfect thing. As much as I want to make a perfect thing, I can't make a perfect thing. There we go. Let me see here. Come here, you. Come here. There's so many of these tiny little stitches to do with all similar looking colors. Wow, what did I do? Just make it look decent. Oh, well, whatever I did, I did. Whatever I did, I did. Okay, so if I pulled that through and it worked out, so then I'm just going to try and tease this back out. Did I get it? Oh, I got it. Okay, so roughly somewhere in here is our issue. Now, this is how I'm going to fix this because this is a mess, okay? This is a bona fide mess. But if I'm trying to be perfect, okay, so one of you guys basically commented this past week, maybe it was last week, but the comments were about how the back never looks that pretty. Who cares what this looks like? Nobody's ever going to see it. The only time it matters is if it affects what it looks like on the front, okay? Otherwise, it just does not matter. Nobody knows but you and, you know, whoever watches this video for me. But that's no big deal. So what I'm actually going to do is, I'll show you. Hold on. I got to get some more stuff. Got to get some more stuff here. Gotta get some more floss here. So, I'll go ahead and put this stitch in. Now look, there's a little piece of something here that shouldn't be there. And I'm going to try and tease it. Yeah, I just teased it from the back. I kind of just scratched the back of the fabric and it somehow pulled through. So, let's just double check what we're doing here. Alright, I'm going to need to highlight for me to know exactly. Not that it's a huge deal, but I do like to be as accurate as I can be on these things. So we're gonna put a hex in right here. So I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna keep my little tag here a little bit on the longer side. And then you can see I got all this other junk up here, okay? Now, it's not gonna work great, but I'm gonna fold this down first and make a full cross stitch. I'm not gonna worry right now about how it's falling behind, you know, how it's being tucked in behind it. Not gonna worry just yet. I'm gonna pull everything in that I can. I did a pretty decent job. All right, and I'm gonna just make another one, pull it through there, and then I gotta do another. Now this is where I might turn it over, pull up this, take all of the loose stuff, pull it through the hoop, and then cinch it down, and then it's truly cinched down. Go back. Oop. Yep, that was right. Go back. Do a full cross stitch so it's really in there good. And booyah. Okay. So all that super long loose stuff that was out there has been tied down at least once, maybe twice. I am gonna go ahead and trim that, just because as long as those tags were, they would likely be pulled through by another stitch at some point, and then I'd be right back where I started. So it's not the most perfect stitch. Let me put another one right here and right up here. Perfection. Okay, so that's done. And then one right here. All right. So if and I used to do this when I was first starting out stitching. If I had tried to go back and make everything perfect, I'd be still sitting here for another 20 minutes. And I'd be cutting through stuff, and I'd be all mad at myself, and be like, come on, just, you know, I don't need to worry about that. I really don't. I got too much stitching to do. Too much stitching to do. There's that and that. And going down here, there's that and that. It's interesting. It will show up. How do I say this? It will. A lot of these colors I'm doing right now are all just like different shades of dark gray. But it's funny how it does show up down the road. Okay, that's good. Alrighty. Okay, so we got this right here. You guys really want to watch a project from beginning to end? I shouldn't even say that. That is exactly the kind of thing that I like watching. I like watching people do all kinds of projects. I still like that guy that fixes boots, and I've seen him fix like leather purses and stuff. And I love to watch him like redo just trying to redo a sole on a shoe or on a boot. Really, it's really, really cool. I never knew what goes into that kind of thing, so I thought it was neat. It was neat. Ah. Tilted sometimes so I can see the hole, see through the hole, so I can be more accurate about the hole. Sound like what a golfer would say. Things a golfer would say. Boom. Where am I? Where am I? What have I been doing? Come here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That. And that. That. It's funny, like, when you don't have a microwave, how much you need a microwave. Especially when you're, like, not preparing, like, an actual dinner, but you're, you know, just we call it fend for yourself, and we'll just, you know, eat whatever's ramen or soup or whatever. Last night I was running through all my options, and I was like, I wasn't even hungry until about 9 o'clock, and then I found, I was like, all right, I gotta eat something before I go to bed. But I was sitting there, and I was just like, it was kind of funny, because, hold on a second, let's see here. Okay, this goes right there. Gotta make sure that I get that one colored stitch that goes for that one square. Gotta make sure I get that right. That way I can jump around a little bit more. But I think I've only settled on the peanut butter and jelly sandwich like halfway through the Game of Thrones episodes. So, what did I do? Holy simoleons. What the heck? What is going on here, people? I have two ends here. What did I... Oh, that's why. See what happens when you get floss caught in other floss? It freaks you out. Makes you think you're doing something that you're not. Brother. Oh, brother. Alright, so we still got that done, so that's good news. Let's do... I only have a little bit of thread left, so I'm just going to go down here a little bit, because then I'm going to switch colors, because 844 has not been very good to me, I feel like. I feel like I've been messing stuff up. I am kind of excited, because I did, since I was at a stitching shop today, I picked up a couple of things of skeins of floss that I'd kind of been needing to get to help me out with Old World Map 2 that I had, for whatever reason, couldn't find a certain color, a certain number. And so I was like, yeah, I can go back and do a bunch of it. So I'm probably going to get some work done on that. Da, 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 da. I'm going to take this and go right here. Go over to this grid. Okay. There's that. Dun, dun, dun. There's that. Okay. Got a lot more done on this particular grid than I was planning on with what little floss I have left. But I have more than I thought I did, so I can proceed. You may proceed. I'm a little shaky. Is it lack of caffeine or too much caffeine? Probably not too much. I have not had that much today. Maybe that's what it is. Not enough caffeine. I wonder if I should nap. I don't think I should. I think I've been avoiding naps for the most part lately. And primarily because I go to bed so early now. Like 8:30, 9 o'clock, you know? But we get up like by 6:30 at the latest. I don't go to sleep right away. I usually am like up reading or doing something for a little bit. My husband's always like out like a light. I envy him in some ways because he can go to sleep like that. We joke it's 1, 2, 3, and because it really is that fast. And I'm always like, usually takes forever unless I go to bed really tired. But I think last night I went to bed pretty quick, or I went to sleep pretty quick. I was tired. Thankfully I didn't have any crazy Game of Thrones type of dreams or anything, because that would have been probably not good. So, yep. Had to pause there for a second. My husband was coming up the stairs with the cocoa, because the cocoa, or what always comes up with him. She's like, yeah, let's go clean the cat's bowl. And then the cat comes and he's like, all right, I hear the dog. I gotta come beat him up. So it's this whole routine that happens. It's kind of funny because it happens every single time. That dachshund is pretty amazing. Like, we're talking 15 years old, maybe older. I'm not sure. And she is as full of life right now as she was when we got her, like, over a year ago. So, she's pretty funny bunny. She's a funny bunny. Alright, what color did I actually grab? I was like, wait a minute. Which one did I grab? I grabbed that one. Okay. And that one is that color. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright. I gotta figure out where I'm at here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, I got that and that. And as I said before. Good gracious. Here, I'm going to start at the bottom of this grid because it's just easier for me to see what needs to be done. We watched the Kingsman, the Secret Service, or whatever it is, the second Kingsman movie. Oh yeah, so my husband's watching it, and it's okay. It's not as good as the first one, and it's got like a really weird, it's really weird with the violence, because it can be kind of gory, but then on the other hand, it also can be like, it's quite funny, and it's quite stylistic, so it can be kind of cool too. And the funny thing is that, believe it or not, Elton John is in the movie, and he plays kind of a pivotal role towards the end of the film, like the last half hour of the film, like he becomes like this character. And I'm just like, when did he show up? And it was like, well, he's, he was in there at the beginning, but he's barely been in there, and now all of a sudden he's like, it was, if you like Elton John, you should really just watch it, just to see Elton John in the movie, because it's really funny what he does. So, I think you'd like it. Okay. Alrighty. So that was pretty funny. I not a bit. Well, I like Elton John, but I'm not like a huge like. I wouldn't go see him in concert. I'm not that big of a fan. And but if you ever watch the James Corden, the talk show host out here that does a lot of singing and dancing with his stuff, he did like a driving in cars, whatever. With I think it was driving in cars with Elton. He did one with John or with Paul McCartney. If he did one with John Lennon, that would be pretty impressive. But why does it suddenly feel so cold in here? There's a dead person in here. You ever heard that? But seriously, like, why did it suddenly feel like really cold in here? Maybe somebody is visiting me. Who knows? It literally feels like a window just got opened somewhere, and like there's this super cool breeze going across my legs right now. Who knows? Okay, maybe that's what it is. It's all right. All are welcome. All are welcome, as long as you don't interfere with the cross stitching. But anyway. Do. Bump, 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 bump. Let's see, is it? Let's see, what else did my husband watch something else? He's been watching a lot lately, but I cannot remember what he watched earlier. I just may not have watched it with him. I might have been sitting at the computer. I've been sitting at the computer stitching a little bit lately, especially if I need to use like the magnifiers. I like the light source that I have at the computer a little better. Oh yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, you should get an LED light for your stitch with me's," and I'm like, "You know, you're very right, and I should." What is this, an LED? You know what? Maybe I think this is an LED. It's just a different size kind of thing. It's like because it's like an IKEA. It's an IKEA lamp. Is it an IKEA lamp? I want to say it's an IKEA lamp, and they come with those like little LEDs that are like really small, like they look like the old Apollo capsules from the 60s when they went to the moon. They kind of have that shape to them, conical shape or something like that. But anyway, that didn't make any sense, I suppose. But anyway, but I think it's LED. It's just a softer light. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it's quite possible I'm wrong. We have been digging into a lot of info on Patrick Rothfuss's series, The King Killer Chronicles. That is really hard to say all at once. The King Killer Chronicles is a series of books, which only 2 are currently out, that are really awesome. And if you like fantasy or just a really good story, but you're probably going to want to do like a fantasy type. They're so good, and I'm unfortunately, I think I was the one that actually discovered, which I'm never the one to discover these types of books for my husband, but I think, no, I think he discovered this one and told me about it. And it's so good. But we've been, it's kind of like the Game of Thrones series where like you're waiting on the next book and it's been like 6-7 years. You're like, oh man. So recently have been looking into some more YouTube channels that talk about this series and have some really good, kind of theories, and go into the books more in depth to discuss. Here, let me do these to discuss, what's happening, and so that's been fun. Okay. I'm getting a lot done on this. And with the way everything's been going, I'm sure I'm going to stitch on this even after the video. Because I just need to get more progress done on this. And it feels like a good time of year to stitch on it, so I feel motivated to stitch on it, you know? You know what I'm saying? Here's a ridiculous segue, but you know what my husband likes to cook in the Instant Pot? Burgers. Specifically cheeseburgers. But he will, I don't know how he does it, guys. I don't know how he does it. It's sort of like, it's like you're gonna, It's like you're gonna cook something else, and he'll get a foil packet, and he'll put the burger together, but he'll put all these different spices and stuff in it, and sometimes he'll put cheese inside of it or whatnot, but they're really spicy, like cayenne pepper spicy. Oh, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. And he'll put it all, and we'll cook like 6 burgers inside the Instant Pot. So we don't grill really with anything anymore. We just put everything in the Instant Pot. And oh man, that thing is so versatile. And but so cool, so very, very cool. We're really happy with it. And oh man, I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I was just thinking about that. All right. I'm like, all right, focus, Julie, get back and focus on your stitching. I know it's hard doing the Reaper sometimes, because it all looks the same. But I've got to focus my attention on the stitching. Wah, as I say. I got a joke for you guys. This is my favorite joke right now. I've been telling everybody. I didn't tell you guys this, but my husband and I went camping last weekend. Yeah, it was intense. Ba-dum-bum. I know you guys got that, but usually most people are like, what? Oh, that was a joke. That's what you call a joke. Anyway. Old bad dad jokes. Okay. Here comes stitching now, here comes stitching now, right now. That's not a very good song to stitch it to, I don't think. Well, I got some serious progress done on baseball last night, too, while I was watching Game of Thrones. Like, some serious progress, guys. Oh, look at that. Look what I did. I started a stitch, and then I left the tag all by its little lonesome self there. Now, I can do this. I can go around it, try to tuck it in, and I'm going to attempt that. Come here. I'm going to attempt that at the very least. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take it over one more time. Because if I don't do it now, then I run the risk of it pulling back at some point and causing more hullabaloo. We don't want to cause that hullabaloo. Unless we're meaning to cause the hullabaloo, in which case, go for it. This piece is always so slow to stitch on, as you guys have probably noticed by the slowness with which I'm stitching on it. Let me look here. My problem is just because everything looks the same. It's really hard to like mark things off because I'm like, well, where am I? What's going on? Let's see. I got that one done. I got that one done. Okay, I think I did that. Okay. Okay. Pop. goes the highlighter. Man, I love these things. Holy cow. I love these, and I love the other ones that are like the clicker. But these are so much better to me than the old, like, regular highlighters. Because one, these come in really awesome darker colors, which is just better for me. I prefer darker colors when I'm highlighting my stuff on what gets done. And I like purple too, so that's good. And what was the other thing I was going to say? It just seems like it lasts really long. And it can also tell, like, you can tell how much I'm using. You can see how much I'm using there. And I like that. I like that a lot. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus. I don't even know why I'm singing that. That is weird. Wait, which number am I doing? 413, okay. Doopy 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 de boop, boopy doopy doopy de boop, boopy de boopy de boop. Alright, I need to focus on that one. So I'm going to come way over here and work on this. Ah, get out of there. You're just going to be a problem causer. You're going to be a problem causer. People like to say problem. You're going to be a problem solver. You're going to be a problem causer. That would not be a good thing to be labeled with in your life. At least I don't think so. Anyway, so yeah, so I mean, house is getting organized. Been just more motivated lately, which is good. Feeling good. I think it's the combination of football and hockey starting. Got more things. I feel like I got more things to do, and I got time to do them in, and that's not a bad place to be in my world, because none of my stuff is compulsory, other than making sure that my husband is happy, and the dogs are taken care of, and the cat's taken care of, the fish are taken care of, and going to work. That's the only things I absolutely have to do. So if I don't feel like stitching on a day, I don't have to. If I don't feel like, I don't know, whatever, then I don't have to. I don't have to do whatever. I've got a snag. You can always feel a snag. It just doesn't, there's a difference between pulling something through normally to the end, and then getting caught on a snag. It's a smooth stop versus a yank. Here comes something, something. Here comes something, something. We have not had any sweets in this house for a really long time. I could go for some chocolate right now. It's probably a good thing I don't have any available. Yikes. Doop 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 doo doop doop doo. Okay. Got the fee. Am I doing the right one? Holy mother of pearl, am I doing the right one? It looks like I'm doing the right one. I believe I'm doing the right one. Does it look like I'm doing the right one? Guys. I'm just having all kinds of problems today. This project I'm not feeling the project. I mean, I'm feeling the project, but I'm not feeling it. I think am I on the right track? I mean, it's all interspersed. I think I am. I don't know why I keep getting myself confused. I think it's because I'm looking at the wrong, because it's, again, I think that it's a matter of, what's the word? Look at that. Oof, man. It's like it's a haunted piece or something. Maybe that's why I feel so cold, because it's the Reaper. Better not be the Reaper. I still have plenty of cross stitching to do, people. Reaper better stay away. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bonny trail. Hippity hoppity, brr 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 brr. Alright. Okay, kids. I think I'd be done with this Stitch With Me, because I will say this. Sometimes, if you have a project deadline, for some reason, I'm just going to tie this off. If you have a project deadline for some reason, you know, you've got like somebody's birthday, somebody's getting married, kid's about to be born, I can understand why you put pressure on yourself to finish a stitching project. Otherwise, there is no reason to force something that just does not want to happen. And right now, today, folks, this is Reaper is filling me with the cold breeze and saying, no, Julie, no, don't work on me today. You go downstairs and work on a world map too. And I think I will. But I am going to load this up today. I hope you guys got some productive stitching done. And I got productive stitching done. I mean, definitely we came down here, we filled this in some more. But by the time I see you guys next week for the weekly update, I will have more done. I will come back to this. But it's just not working at this moment, at this time. Shoo! I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. No question and answer video this week. It's going to be every other week. Did I say that right? Did I do that right? I think it's every other week. I believe I did one last week. Pretty sure I did. Did I do one last week? Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did. Oh, did I? Pretty sure. I'll have to go back and look. I'm sorry, guys. You can tell I'm like brain lost today. So, all right, I'm going to go downstairs and stitch on something else. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend and happy stitching.